We're going to cover some of the basic sweeps. We're going to start out with my basic bread and butter scissor sweep. This is a sweep that I use a lot. I like it for an MMA scenario because it also helps you control the distance between you and your opponent. Puts your knee in between him and you. This is a sweep that I like a whole lot called the scissor sweep. So we're in a guard, and you're going to have, in a situation in MMA, you're going to have your opponent either too close to get hit effectively or too far away that you can't reach him. No matter what the situation is, he's too far away, you got to use your legs to bring him forward and use your arms to maintain inside bicep control or head and arm control. So when he's here, I'm going to pull him toward me and try to grab either head and arm or inside bicep control, whatever your control that you like to use is, you're going to have to grab that as you pull him down. We're going to assume you have him broken down. Now, to get your opponent in the right position, ideally we need him right here for the scissor sweep, because we're going to be right here, okay? We're going to need our opponent about halfway. We don't need him so far up we can't hit him, and we don't need him flat against us. We need him at about 45-degree angle. So if he's too close for that, we're going to use our hand and cross face him and push up to right here. Now once we're here, our hand switches around to the back of the head. Because if we don't control the back of his head, he's just going to push away, and now we've lost the sweep altogether anyhow. Now we've got to go back into sitting up, pulling it back down, starting over. Okay? So once we get this 45-degree angle, we've got to hold him here. Now, the next thing we need to focus on, this foot right here really has to latch on tight. That has to be here. A lot of people make this mistake. They get their foot too far underneath. You got to have this foot really grabbing on. You're holding here, this other leg flat on the floor. Okay? Don't try to hook this on his hip. All you're going to do is kick your legs against each other. This one goes flat on the floor. So you're controlling his posture. You're controlling the distance. Last thing is, if we just try to sweep him from here, he's going to post his arm. Now we've lost the sweep. We want to control the back of his tricep. In a jiu-jitsu match, you can just grab his gi sleeve and use that to control his wrist. In an MMA fight, you don't have that option. So you got to control the back of his tricep. Now, all in one motion, we're going to kick our legs and ride the momentum over. So all in one motion, we're going to pull this up. Think about trying to pull his shoulders above your shoulders. Because if I just try this and he's sitting back, he's got his weight sitting far back, there's no way I'm going to kick him over. So if I use my arms to pull him up first, now it's a pretty easy sweep. Okay? So that's what you want to think about. This motion right here. Not just swinging from here, but right here, up. Alright? So all in one motion, we're going to swing, and we're going to hold on to right over to the top position. Let's look at that all in one motion. In the guard, if our opponent's going to sit at 45-degree angles, perfect. We're just going to shrimp out. This is the key. Got to get our hips out from underneath him. If we just try to turn and get this leg in here, we're at the wrong angle altogether. There's no way I'm going to kick him. I'm just not strong enough. I've got to get off the flat of my back. So here. Okay? Now, get a good grip. Holding. All in one motion. Coming up into the mount. We're in our guard. We're going to shrimp out and create the right angle with our hips. Here. Now, notice that I'm holding here. Holding here. This leg flat on the ground. I'm not up here or I'm just squeezing him. I'm down here. This foot, the left foot, really holding on to him like a hook. Now all in one motion, pulling him up over me and then sweeping him. Here. Over into the mount.